Hi everyone, Morgoth the Barbarian here, and welcome to the 12th episode of our Railroad Tycoon 2 playthrough. And more importantly, our last stop in Europe. As you can see, we are about to finish the European part of the campaign, and we're going to fix Europe after the Commies kind of ruined it. As you can see from the year and where we're going. We're going to be introduced to modern trains here, so a little bit different. So, of course, hit those like and subscribe buttons. And we're going to fix the mess the communists made, because that's apparently what we do. We're going to be dealing with modern trains here, so I don't really see a need to select the engine speed. I think where it's sitting on right now might be our best option, the track construction costs. Especially since we're going to have to deal with electric trains and electric tracks. I'll explain that when we get there, but here we go.
With the Cold War over, it's just a matter of time before a talented individual such as yourself will create order out of chaos and bring
I
the
doubt
former
that.
Warsaw Pact regions new economic life.
Dang commies.
Among the great many opportunities all around you, there's a bonus for connecting Frankfurt to Moscow.
I like the sound of that.
Bring me back a piece of the wall.
No. Maybe I won't. You keep interrupting me all the time, so maybe I won't. How about that? Yeah, thought so. Anyways, what are we supposed to be doing? Alright, so what do we have to do for this scenario? Here we go again. Personal net wealth. This always gets me. So for this one, we got to get at least 5 million and connect Alborg, Denmark to Warsaw by the end of 2020. In which case, totally nothing bad will happen. No, not at all. For the silver, we got to also get to Venice and get 10 million. For gold, we also got to get to Istanbul, not Constantinople, and get 20 million. There's also supposedly a bonus from Frankfurt to Moscow, but I don't know if it ties into this or not. So, let's see here. We have Warsaw over here. Alborg over here. There's Frankfurt, which we'll need to keep an eye on later. Venice. Istanbul's all the way down here. And I think Moscow's... Yep, there's Moscow. So you'll notice right away there's brand new industries all over the place here. So of course, we have the nuke plant, which converts uranium to waste. This landfill would accept said waste. Chemical plant for fertilizer production, which ironically is over here. The cement plant that accepts gravel. There's also electric plants, auto plants, diesel fuel areas, the dairy processor, uranium mines, bauxite mines, all that sort of stuff. So there's new industries here. There's the aluminum plant. There's also going to be electric trains too, and electric track. Now, as you can see, the electric track's a little bit more expensive, so we'll save that for the longer routes, generally speaking here. So, what can we do? Let's see. Diesel purchases will be cheaper. That'll definitely come in handy. And of course, we can only access Poland. Go figure. And of course, everybody can access everywhere else. Also go figure. Of course, game just hates us right away. So, where should we go, I guess? So we can do anything here in Poland, but if it's outside of that, that's a no-no. So I'm looking around here. I immediately see an opportunity from here to Loditz. It might be worth our while. Also have two cities here to work Krakow. There's also a steel mill here in Ponzen, which we'll have to wander over to. Eventually, we're going to have to wander over towards Germany first. I think this city, I can't pronounce it again, and Loditz might be worth our while, as long as we can send this to a grain refinery. Sure enough, there are some north of Warsaw, so I think I already know how I want to do this. So this is going to be really simple. We'll send it to Krakow first. So we'll just build that. As long as I can get everything in here, this will be great. There we go. I think this works. Okay, that works. Same exercise for here, but we'll try to also get this cat. Wait. I don't see any cattle farms, so that actually does not make it worth our while. So I can just do a medium station, and we'll save the cattle for some other time. And second thought, there's actually really no passengers, and we'll extend this out a little bit further. Hang on. This isn't really the best city to connect to early on, but I just want the chemical plant. That's really all there is to it here, and we'll need liquid storage for that. We won't do any other additional buildings for right now, because we need to get trains. Start the game, so it gives it time to load, and as you can see, there's two different types of trains. Electrics and diesel. I mentioned the electrics are much faster and need to track, but they're also way more expensive. So we should save money and do the cheap diesels. And we'll just wait on that. For this, I'm actually going to do something different and have them hold until they're half filled. That way they're going. So these trains actually do run fast. So I do want them to hold. We'll bring this up to Krakow next. Okay, so there's supposedly a uranium thing, and there we go. The plant in Warsaw will give us 1 million if we do that, so, okay. It's fair game. Our competition has already started. I love how the Black Sea is over here in Italy. Yet the railroad that's on the Black Sea is not the Black Sea. Okay, that makes total sense. There's still one more company out there. Oh, there they are. That's going to get in the way in regards to Venice, but that shouldn't be an issue. But, man, they left us all of Poland and Germany to ourselves. Sweet, I like that. Alright, let's speed this up a little bit. Issue a bond, and this is going to help be our friend. Actually, we'll connect to Krakow first before we do that. We don't have the grain facility intact anyway, so I just make sure I'm getting everything here in Krakow. It's a little bit difficult to see. We have 8 houses? We do. All right, there we go. We got a city over here in Krakow. Excellent. I'll have our passenger rail go there. Actually, go to Krakow since we just started doing that. Might as well, and I'll give them all saloons. Upgrade this a little bit. And in preparation for that, we're going to basically start the whole get chemicals over to this thing. We'll do fertilizer. I think for right now, we'll just leave it as is. It doesn't demand fertilizer, but so be it. So until it does, So until we can get it over to Warsaw and the grain facilities out there, we'll just leave it as is. Oh, that helps. Thank you. I'm like $500,000 of free income. Oh. I'm like for $500,000 of free money. Okay, let's go to Warsaw. We are gonna kind of need it. Not to mention, we will need these grain mills, which are all over the place, conveniently. Actually, you know what? We'll build double track since we're going to need that later on in the game if we're going to do the Russia stuff. Oh! Well, okay, I suppose we could do that. Sure, why not? Oh. Actually, you know what? Let's just get this over with. Grain silo over here with a grain silo. Other stuff. Well, we'll leave it as is. Okay. And actually, now we can send that over here. Excellent. Actually, you know what? Let's just go over there. It doesn't matter. You're going to be waiting for a little while anyway, so I could use more money. We'll build a station in Warsaw shortly. But you can kind of already see the plan here, the vision we've got. We just need some time for the game to give us more money. We need this. That station is all set up, and now we don't really have enough to get another station over there. Go figure. So we're going to need some time to get some trains over here, unfortunately. Is anybody else making money? So I would like to buy some more stock here. Can't afford you. Well, we'll wait a year. Alright. Hopefully we can get a bond, another bond going over here. I don't want to issue any more stock if I can. Well, if I can help it, I will try not to issue any more stock. Alright, let's see if we can get another bond out of this. Oh yeah, we can. Excellent. We can actually do 2, but we'll leave it for right now. So this one, let's start with Warsaw first. We need the large station out in Warsaw. This one's going to be really important later on, as you can tell. So there's your Warsaw connection. That's all set. Definitely use another train here. Oh, there you go. So we'll just do a very simple setup. Actually, since Warsaw has grain, let's send this to a different spot on the map, and we'll send it to Krakow. That would work a little bit better. We'll keep an eye on the passenger setup, too. Up, there you go. Wow, 2.5 million. That is a doozy. That is a pretty penny there. Oh, we keep an eye on that and be taking advantage of that fully. I'd like to get another chemical and grain train going, but we just simply don't have what it takes. Alright, let's see what we got here. Company is flying high, so we'll buy some more stock here, but we'll be careful. We should probably buy one of our competitors' stocks, too, just to spread out. And I want the Nordic Rail. Give me Nordic. Okay, let's head it for Krakow now. Excellent. I'm not worried about that right now. We'll just... In fact, that's probably why we should be buying our own competitor stock, just to help us out a little bit. I also could use another passenger train, not for nothing. Actually, you know what? I'm actually going to change my mind and send it to Warsaw. I have an idea for one of our other ones. But we're going to need more money first. Ah, there we go. Alright, you're not going to yield anything for... Well, I mean, you could do a chemical one, if you really wanted to, I suppose. Nah, we've already got one going. I don't want to overflood it here. There we go. Now we got a 4th train going. I think we have enough passenger service for that. That granary in Loditz is going to be really key. So I think now either Gdansk or Poznan's possible, or Wrocław even. Should probably focus on going Germany's way, since there's a lot of big cities, and Alborg's kind of more important, so... Poznan will be next. I'll leave Gdansk alone. And Wrocław, too, unless somebody gets really close and then scares me a little bit. Like, that hasn't happened before. Our competition could just mess with us. Any other trains? No, but I kind of would like to buy up some of these industries here, so let's see. Speed the game up a tad. And actually do another grain train if we wanted to. That might not be a bad idea, especially since we're getting grain delivered. Fertilizer delivered for our granaries here. So you, and we'll send it over to that. Gotta spread it out, otherwise it's not gonna work out. Actually, I could do... Well, we've already got a chemical train. I don't know if... Yeah, there's not gonna be enough. I can already tell you right now, there's probably not enough there, so I'll leave it. Our Nordic bet didn't really pay off, but that's okay. I would like to buy out some industries here, just so we can get some extra cash in our pocket, so hold on a minute. This dude again. He's always gonna be such a... Never mind. He's like, yeah, we got a problem. I'm like, nah, I'm pretty certain you don't. Get rid of that, and we'll buy out a couple shares for a competition. Why not? I'm gonna buy out some... Actually, let's see here. You know what? Let's do one of both. So we'll buy you out. Buy you out. I'll buy the chemical plant shortly. And this should set up us with a nice little money base if it works out. Let's see. We're getting still passengers still. Okay. There we go. Now we got a nice little cash base. We don't want our competitors grabbing that. Otherwise, then we're making money for them, and that's kind of insulting. I don't like that. I don't make money for other people. We make money for ourselves, dang it. Alright. Poznan route costs 347. Let's speed that up a little bit. In the early game, it's okay to get loans to expand, but you might want to be careful as time goes on. Otherwise, what will happen is you will... Those debt costs could come back to haunt you a little bit. So we'll do Poznan next. That was probably an ill-advised, but that's okay. Put in a grain tower when the time comes, and we're going to head towards Germany eventually. Send our 2 trains over there. We could really use a roundhouse. Yeah, see, we just don't have enough chemical production to supply that, just at the time being. Alright. Connect up to that. Now we're going to get into Germany next. I would do Vorklaw, but that's not really important. Excellent. We can build a roundhouse, and I'm actually going to build a we'll wait on the customs house for right now. So how much to get into Germany? So now we're going to have to go to this. We need 680. Okay. So mission is to get 680 in cash. I'm actually going to start a small dividend again. That should be good enough to work out. I wouldn't be surprised if that dividend got cut, though, so I probably should buy other competitors. How's Black Sea doing? Why is it that we... Oh, never mind. I was just going to say, why is it that we always buy up the ones that are not doing well? We'll leave it as is. I may go to Vorklaw just to get some additional cash here. And actually, that might not be a bad idea to complete all of our Polish routes here. So, we do that. We won't do that right now. Issue one final bond, but that's it. I'm not going to do any more. If we do any more, that's going to be an issue. Can we get the iron mill? No. So I would just say, yeah, you're gonna have to in order to get everything. Okay, that's fine. What I want to be doing, but okay, so be it. We'll keep the passenger trains in Poland, though. I don't want to overdo it. And actually, we could use one final passenger rail, and we'll start it out of Vorklaw, and then we're all set. We can get a little bit more money here. That'd be awesome. That's a little bit more money. Thank you. Let's see here. That works. Okay, so we're all set there. So now we're looking to get into Germany. I'll avoid Gdansk for the moment. There's really nothing over there. We could buy that grain mill. Oh, and there we go. That didn't take too long for the game to finally decide to have one of our trains go kabloom. Oopsies. It's alright, it happens. We are still producing tons of grain, though, not for nothing. I have an idea to do with what to do with it. We'll build the well, we could build the Berlin. It's nice. Alright, breakdown's clear. I'm trying to see if our trains will get us what we need, or if I'm going to need to take out another loan. So we need 600, about 700 grand in order to do it. We're up to 4. In the meantime, there's some stuff to market I could do here. And we'll buy another share. Sure, why not? We'll focus on Black Sea shares. They seem to be doing pretty good for us. Buy one of our own as well, too. Gotta be careful not to go into too much debt. Otherwise, that could run us into issues later on. Personal debt, that is. Chemicals, we seem to be... You know, I could make an argument for 2 trains, actually. That might not be a bad idea. So I'm actually going to calm this down a little bit and drop it to 2. We'll build another one. Same thing, but we'll send it to Warsaw this time. And actually, I'm going to do a sneaky little trick and do that. So the chemicals should not get offloaded. If they do, that's an issue. Yeah, that works. And then what about where's the one to Warsaw? Yeah, see now you can't exist anymore. Otherwise, we're gonna have issues. So you gotta go to Krakow now. Don't worry about the grain. That doesn't do anything. I know. We just gotta get into Germany. That's all. All right, another stock split. Excellent. Everybody's loving how I'm doing. We'll buy you out. We'll buy this out too. They're not doing too hot, but not close enough. Whatever. You know, there's all this iron down here, and there's a coal thing over here. If we were smart, we could supply a steel mill. We do have the need for it, but I would like to expand first before dealing with that. Berlin is our destination here. But we just can't get... Okay, see, it's going to take a while to get into Berlin. Now that I'm thinking about it, that might not be a bad idea. Because it's going to take a while for us to get into Berlin. I mean, nobody else is making a move towards Berlin either, so that's the good news. Oh, game is frozen while we have that. Oopsies. Okay, now we're good. So I would like to bring this rail down south to here about. And then set up 2 small stations. One for over here. One for over here. I think you can do the math and figure out what I'm about to do here. Alright, somebody finally connected someplace else. Budapest. We'll have to monitor that because these guys are slowly creeping up on us. We're going to have to keep our eyes on them. They're up to no good. I don't like that. Alright, we need some money here, so hold on a minute. I don't want to take out another loan. We may have to. Yeah, I'm going to have to issue some stock here. Not what I was looking to do. Oh, we can't even do that. Alright, fine. We'll issue another bond. That's not what I want to be doing either. But the train we were using went away, so unfortunately we got to use this. Connect to that. Grab that. Poznan's literally a hop, skip, and a jump. And we'll send it over to Krakow. Where upon entering, you'll just hand over a caboose. Okay, we have another steel mill in Krakow too, so we can repeat the same route, kinda. So you'll go to Krakow instead. You'll go to Vorklaw and you'll stop in Loditz. You want to spread them out, otherwise if we send them in the same spot, eventually the demand will collapse. It's not what we want to be doing. Alright, there we go. Our stuff went down a little bit, that's okay. Now they'll head to the coal plant and get what we need there. I'm going to preemptively buy this, even though it doesn't really do us anything. But inevitably, the business on that will be very good. We'll have very good business, and there will be much rejoicing. I don't want to flood the market with more passenger trains here. In theory, we should probably be replacing our whole fleet, but the problem is it just costs too much money, so we're just going to leave it as is. There we go, our first cold steel train is now there. If they can get out of the way just before. We're basically waiting to fill the cost to get into Germany here, which at the moment currently sits at 830. I see yesterday's price is not today's price, that's a little nuts. Although we could have this guy, and it may help us out a little bit. I would say, you know what, do it. He also gets us good. I want him for the higher goodwill, but he also reduces our company overhead, so we'll do it. Even though that's really not what I'm looking to do. And now we are at 687, so today's price is not yesterday's price either. Excellent. Take that, game. And there you go. That's what I was looking for. Funny part is we have enough to buy a steel mill, but that's not what I'm looking to get. That is not what I'm looking to get. We want to get to Berlin and accomplish our goal over here. We're not looking to do anything else, so... Berlin requires 376 in capital. Okay. I see the market is about the economy is turning towards the other direction, so that's going to be an issue. I know. I would love to buy a steel mill here just to help us out a little bit, but I would like connecting to Berlin's a little bit more important. I think what I'll do is I'll rearrange one of my passenger trains too to have it go to Berlin. Yeah, you can see that's not making any money, but that'll change shortly. Alright, I'm going to keep my eye on this, and if it goes above 5 million, we've got a problem. So I'm going to leave it as is. We have the purchasing power for that, so I'm just going to do that, issue a bond, and let's just get this over with. Because we also got to focus on our goal of getting to Alborg. Berlin deserves a big station, as you can clearly see. give it almost the works. I'll worry about a customs house some other time. So as I mentioned, one of our passenger lines is going to get rearranged here. I would just like it to send it only to cities here, so... That's anything that can basically demand autos and such. So... just these three. And in honor of it needing another one, we'll just do that. There we go. So that'll head towards Warsaw. Wrocław and Berlin only. I'm gonna save another passenger train for our German stops, but for right now we don't need them. All right, that helps a lot. Does Berlin have anything of interest? Oh, do they ever? Wait a minute. Maybe? No. Oh, well, they do. Yes. Aha. There you go. I believe we should take advantage of that. And now we're paying full price for trains, but that's okay. Poznan. Send it to Berlin. You know what? You'll get it, only because, you know, reasons. Again, we are now paying full price for trains, but that's okay. I'd love to have this steel mill, though. Let's see if we can get our hands on that before anybody else thinks about it. Those steel mills make a lot of money, but they cost a pretty penny. They cost 800 grand each. Maybe one of the few times that may be worth taking out a loan just to grab that. We can get up to 800 grand, I'll do it. Oh, there we go, and I'm actually going to do it. Pause it. And then I'm going to buy this steel mill in Poznan since we have the most coming into there. All right, there we go. And look at that. We got 253,000. I love it. So, let's see here. I just want to get into Denmark. And it costs 512. If we can do that, I can swap out the manager here. That's basically all I'm going to be looking for at this juncture. But let's buy out a few more things, too, while we're at it. So there we go. Now that's starting to make money. That is starting to make money. There's the Poznan steel mill making more money. Love to see all of this. Economy is cooling off. That's not a good sign, but we'll let it slide. Dun, dun, dun. I know, we still have not hit Gdansk. Not going to send too many to our steel mills right now. We'll leave it as is. Again, the goal is to get to Alborg and head west into Germany. See how the stock market's doing. We got to be very careful, too. The economy's beginning to cool off a little bit. As long as the Black Sea keeps pumping out money, they're good. I mean, they're over here. Be nice if they could go to someplace else, but they're going to do what they're going to do, I guess. Alright. Come on, game. Help us out a little bit here. We want to get to Denmark. Alright, we still have enough room for one more, but we're going to have to be super careful here. And here we go. Go to Denmark. You're no longer required, so we'll grab Mr. Alon Robinson over here. You're not going to help us out, even though that looks good. Well, we've got the you know what? We've got the track building buff, so we'll If you recall at the beginning of the game, I took that, so we don't necessarily need it. Let's just connect the Hamburg first. 4, 7, and a power plant, but we have no diesel stuff, so that doesn't really do us any good, honestly. It's funny because we can grab the milk, but there's kind of some dramatic irony over here. Go figure. There's like some irony there. All right. See, what I want to do is if I... Oh, man. This is a little difficult, because... You know what? We'll just bite the bullet and... Hold on. Stop the game for a minute. See, the problem is that's the only dairy processor we have, so the milk makes no sense grabbing it. Ironically enough, the granary is a whole different story by itself, because we can connect it to load it. The power plant won't do us any good without a diesel fuel. I mean, theoretically, we could ship coal over there, but... These are things we can think about, so as time goes on, so we'll do it. So I'll put it over there. We might as well. I don't see why not. There we go. Does Berlin get a green? Yes. Okay, there we go. So now I would like to do a new passenger train between Hamburg and Berlin only. This will be kind of the first German line we've got. So we're going to need 366. Speed the game up a little bit. So we're one step away from Alborg, but we're not quite there yet. The coal, I'd have to see if there's any excess we can do. Thing is, if we also need to think about having this landfill over there, too. So this is not, you know, cut and dry. Oh, there we go. That's what I was looking for. Alright. Per what I was saying earlier. There we go. Now we'll just send that to Hamburg and we're all set. Okay, there we go. Can we buy the steel mill or did somebody else claim it? Not really. Okay. I would like to buy that before somebody else gets their hands on it. Like I was saying earlier, those steel mills can be very valuable. They make tons of money, so we kind of really want those. So I'll save my money for now. We could do a dividend payment, but nah, I don't see why not. And speaking of which, we're entering a recession anyway, so... Gonna have to be a little bit more tighter with funds here. We can do one more, and I would feel comfortable with that, but afterwards, then it becomes an issue. So, you know what? Let's do it. And then give me that. I know, that was a little bit greedy, but so be it. What I would actually like to do is build one from Berlin and build a station right in between these two, if I can do it. Like, say, right around... exactly in this spot right here, so I can have access to both. That would cost us... a lot more than I'm pumping out. Okay, now we're good. We could angle this correctly. I did not. That's going to be an issue. Oops. I needed to go over one more. Oops. Like, hold on a minute. Let me get this up. That's right. There, so I gotta go up one more square. Okay, right about here then. And if it works correctly, there you go. Because now when the electric plant stuff hits, what should happen is when this generates waste, it's 3 wastes for every coal. It'll go into here, so we're utilizing both. So there we go, that'll work. We just need to have enough money for another train, that's all. My plan is to go this route to Alborg. Afford one final loan. Can issue stock safely. I'm gonna issue one final loan, and we're gonna be done. So no more loans. If anything, I should probably be paying that off, especially now. Suppose we should do half. And do that. Because it's going to need waste. Okay, that'll work. So now I want to start paying off some of that debt, because it's going to become an issue. Especially now with the penchant for the economy to start going off a cliff. So once we get 600 grand, we'll start paying off some debt here. We're going to need some time. Well, we'll do it now. What is the one with the highest interest rate? Doesn't matter. Alright, we'll repay off this one. Let's start with the higher ones first and move along. Because I would like to pay down some debt. Otherwise, this is going to start crippling us a little bit. And that could be a problem later as the game goes on. So... we do have iron. This guy actually yields quite a bit. We'll do Mr. Gooch. Thank you. So that increases our iron revenue a little bit. So actually, I'm going to go ahead and gobble both of these up. If we can, I will try to gobble up some more, another iron train. As long as let's see, and then how are we doing? I'd say that's an appropriate level of purchasing power. I don't want it to go too far. Otherwise, if we're not careful, the economy could start falling off a cliff. It's not what we want to be seeing here. Just gotta take our time to get to Alborg here. We're not in any rush. Well, that's very lucrative. Oh, give me that. Give me that. I'll take it. It's mine now. Oh, you got the Bucharest. There we go. Oh, very nice. Oh, we have a new neighbor now. He's in Bratislava, which is ironically enough right on our way to Venice. So now we have a problem trying to get... As long as he doesn't start entering the Czech Republic and southern Germany, we're fine. Once he starts doing that, now we have a problem. We're going to have some competition. I'd like to get this line over to Frankfurt, too, if we can help it. But because of our debt situation, it's going to be a little bit tricky. Let me see if I can issue a few more shares of stock. I know. There we go. Somewhat pleased. All right, whatever. Whatever. Okay, anything else? This coal supply has just about been tapped out. If the price on this starts coming about, I'll turn this into a steel train. In the meantime, let's begin to send this sorry, I can't talk. Accomplish what we basically set out to do here, which is to get to Alborg. If we can get over there, that's part one of our strategy, and we've got at least a bronze in hand, so let's do that while we've got money in our account. And this is the best we can do, so there you go. Alborg is now in hand. I'll give it a roundhouse since it's a little bit of an extended route, and I'm actually going to send trains up there, too. We'll send this one up there. I know that means it's going to have to curb, but so be it. It's not perfect. The good news is we now have a port here, so we can use the oil for diesel. Correction, though. That's if we had a diesel plant. We don't, so that's not going to help us at all. Excellent. Thank you, game. I appreciate that. I'm just kidding. Alright, so let's try to get this over to, Frankfurt over here, since it's going to be useful. Also, it's not like we need to anyways. We got a 2.5 million riding on it, so it makes sense. So, this would probably be the part where I'd go south, but considering we've got a rival over here, I don't think it's worth it. So, let's just plan this out a little bit. Kaliningrad has a port, but it's part of Russia. Don't ask. So the best bet would be to go east. Curb this next to this, since this is going to have to empty into this. Because I want this to hit up St. Petersburg and we get another bonus, this actually might be worthwhile to turn this into electric track. So from this point forward, I'm going to build electric track. We're going to go into Lithuania first. And as you can see, this could be really useful. Especially going into Vilnius. But we'll build it north. We'll go into Kaunas, Riga, cross this river to the Wiener River, it looks like. This is that aluminum plant was in Ukraine, so that's not going to help. Then we go into Russia after we hit up Latvia. We'll go to St. Petersburg, get the uranium, and then we've got to hike all the way to Moscow, which is going to be a long journey here. So let's focus on acquiring the territories first. I will worry about, everything else later on. So Latvia is first, and we need 291. That is not terrible. We've seen worse. Russia's probably going to be the most expensive. And actually, can we have anybody? Not really, but this guy's going to help us, especially if the track building part too. So we'll keep him. I know we could also use some customs houses, not for nothing too. I've noticed a few things are getting delayed. You know what? Let's start there and build some customs houses all over the place. Try to build it for every single station. Do it as part of an upgrade, if we can. So actually, let's start in... No, that's the wrong button. Still the wrong button. There you go. Berlin first. I see our money dropped. Ugh. Why? Alborg already got one. Oh, that's right, because of the oil. That's fine. Loditz could use one. We're out of money, so we can't really build anything else. I think Warclaw could use one, too. Again, this is because of all those international borders. Warsaw is going to need one inevitably, so it makes sense to build one there. We'll build one in Krakow, and I think that's basically it. The game decided we needed money. Oh, and then there's that. Ouch. Eventually, we are going to have to connect to Frankfurt, by the way. So I'm debating if I want to go to Frankfurt first. or if we go straight to Russia. Oh yeah, we built one there. It was Krakow that I wanted. Okay, that's fine. There we go. We've also got Gdansk we could hit up too, but we're not. I'm not really focused on that at the moment. So let's see here. Decisions. I don't think we can buy any industries. Not really. New ones will pop up every once in so often, but I'm not seeing any. Got both of these, and they're not making much, but so be it. I mean, we just don't have enough coal. Coal is still down to 8 over here, so that is working. So we've got enough to fulfill that. I'm actually going to go to Frankfurt first. So we'll do the Frankfurt thing first. Oh, it actually will let us do that. It's actually kind of amazing. Oh, I'll be. I said we wouldn't get any more debt. Yeah, I'm gonna try to do this without getting any more debt. The best way to get to Frankfurt would be... it wants us to build another bridge. Let me see if I could do this without doing just that. That puts us by one. Oh, I guess we can now go to Hamburg. That's wild. Frankfurt has chemicals too. Actually, wait a minute. No, we gotta connect that track a little bit down. Like such. Hey! We have nothing. Okay, that's fine. So, actually, that wouldn't be a bad idea. Oh, Black Sea's been bought out. Oh, man. That's okay. We got more money. I would prefer going after stocks that pay dividends. So, Nordic Rail, hello. You're getting bought. More in dividend money we can collect, the better. Remember, we still got to do the 5 million thing, and we're not even close. I don't think we are. If we are, I'll be totally surprised. Yeah, this is a bad one. Good. Oh, boy. Well, actually, it doesn't matter, because Frankfurt doesn't even have enough houses, so as long as we get the chemical plant and it says connected, we're good. Okay, whatever. Fine, I'll do it, and then we'll just get rid of this. Alright, there we go. We got our half of our Moscow gold done. There's no demand, which is hilarious, but there's a grain silo over here, which... I don't know how I feel about that. Liquid storage for vent. Of course, we never have enough money. Why would we ever? It's not fair. Still not enough money? Okay, you know what? Since you're not really doing anything there. I'm going to build a small station over here to take advantage of this, too. So at least their fertilizer has somewhere to go. And this will be the main Frankfurt junction. So this will be kind of the main one. Okay, there we go. It might be a while before we can pay off our debt. So generally at this point, we're going to do electric track and start making our way over to Russia. See if we can get some of our bonuses here. Oh, that helps a lot. Thank you, game. That is, yeah, that, no, I'm not even kidding. That helps a lot. Thank you. It's more in the hole, I see. Ugh. Man, I can't even get 35... Oh, wait, I can't even get 35 grand to build a grain silo over here. It's crazy. Oh, there we go. Now the game just heard me. I'm like, alright, fine. So I'd like to send this chemical supply over to Loditz. Ah, there we go. Excellent. Thank you, game. We'll send it a passenger, too, since this will be the only real passenger train we send it. Theoretically, we could probably send that. Alright. There we go. We got a passenger train to Loditz going. Do we focus on debt or do we focus on dividends? I think we focus on debt. But we are going to need one final train here before we even do anything further. We'll do 4 in this case. I probably should have done 4 since it's kind of an extended route. Berlin needs food. Actually, you know what? Yeah, Berlin. There we go. So now we got that rolling. Not for nothing, but I'm going to see something too. Should probably check on the prices of stuff. Some of these we can't really do anything about, but this, for instance, we can. So Krakow, as you can see, the food price went down, so we're sent it to Vorklaw. Gochewicz doesn't really need food anymore, so we'll just rearrange that and just do a straight passenger. When there's probably Y, so now you can go to Poznan. Yeah, do this every so often and you will be rewarded. Krakow is still barely demanding goods, so that's fine. Loditz still wants goods, they're fine. No goods by Gochewicz, so you will be now sent to Warsaw, basically. Okay. Do this and keep all your trains fresh, and that way, at least, you'll be able to still demand what the market implies. You're still good. Alright, there we go. Otherwise, if you don't, what's going to inevitably happen is you're going to get next to nothing for any of your stuff. So I would like to pay down a little bit more to debt, at least the 12% ones, before pursuing anything further. So we're going to need a lot more cash. So we're slowly moving our way towards the halfway point. It's actually funny, is I could probably use another grain train coming out of this, as I see it's, well, actually, now hold on for 1 minute. There's a sneaky little trick I can do here. I'm going to pump up this. Where's Warsaw Junction at? Okay. I think we can afford a little bit more here. Sure. Well, let's just pump up our current stock of grain trains here. We've got an oversupply. Might not be a bad idea sending more. Again, you would think I should go south, but that's not going to happen just yet. So, what it now comes down to is trying to get money here. I know, he's buying up our stock like crazy. I have no money for a dividend, though, so that's not going to help. But we are getting some of this, so this is kind of helping us out here, so... I see our other competitors not doing so well. The Tyrolean Express. They are losing money pretty badly. What is going on down there anyways? Where is the Tyrolean Express? Over here? I'm just curious. What is happening that they're... Is this one of those things where the AI just screwed up? I'm not really. If he did, I ain't seen it. But man, oh man. I totally forgot that too, that we can buy our competitor stuff. He doesn't have anything, and then I love that he's not using that. That's brilliant. Running detective work there. Bold strategy. Let's see if it works out for him. Not. All these chemical plants? Oh, you missed this. Ah, this silly AI. He's silly. These AIs, I swear, they're silly sometimes. Oh! I did not know you had this. Well, I might just buy that granary from out under him. Okay, speaking of which... I mean, we can't get anything going. Oh, here we go. Sure, and we'll pay off another one. So if we can get 2 million, that'd be great. I can... You know what? I think at this point, we'll start the procedure of getting the electric track and stuff going. So first off, Latvia. Yesterday's price is clearly not today's price. It's now jumped to 315. Huh. Darn. Hate it when that happens. Yep. Wait, it's gonna... Yep, I knew it. I was like ready to buy that, and all of a sudden the game was like, nah, not so fast, buddy. But at least the economy's getting better. Ah, I did it again. Hold on, I'm trying to wait. Ah, game. No. There, now we got it. Give me this. Give me this. Yeah, there you go. Alright. So I'm going to start using electric track from this point forward. So, again, I would like to point out that electric track is more expensive, but it's going to be extremely useful for the further out routes. And you can see the difference, too, what it looks like. It'll have these little poles on top of it. So, what I would like to do... You know what? We really should. But we'll do a small dividend of about 25 cents. That's really all I can afford. I don't want to overdo it, though. So we gotta be really careful. That dividend might be getting cut, too, every once in a while. So once we get 200K, I'll build out. It'll be a slow procedure, but we're basically going to go buy this and head up to Commies. That is basically the plan, because we need to start funneling money into our own account here, if we're being honest. Yep, that's what I expected to happen, inevitably. You know what? Those grain trains, now that I'm thinking about it. I know, we're like flooding them like big time. Actually. Yeah. I wish we had another granary to send this to, but we don't. Well, we will in the shortly, but we don't really have the capacity to do that. Alright. I'll issue. No, we're not issuing any more stock. Alright. I think at this point we'll just focus on track building. There's not much more I can do here. So we'll slowly build this out. Once we get to this point. There we go. Wait, I thought we got... Oh, we did Latvia. Oh, we're silly. Oops. I know my geography, I swear. Oh my god, 30 grand? That is cheap. Wow. Oh, thank you. Okay, we need 756 to do this. Ah, I built into the wrong country. My bad. Now, how much for Russia? Wow, okay. Well, that's a lot. We may need to take out some debt just to even do that. I don't like saying that, but we have no choice. Alright, we need 449. There's your 449. There's not your 449. Ouch. Alright, there we go. Slowly making our way to Commies here. I know how I want to do this too. Oh, food is now done. Oh boy. So our goal is to get to Commies, then the Riga, and then we'll eventually make our way into St. Petersburg if it all works out. Keyword if. Okay. Do have room to take out a bond if need be, but I'm going to try and keep it above 5 million. No higher than 5 million at any given point. I don't want to oversaturate us with bonds. Otherwise, that could lead to disaster later on. As much as I would love to have those lumber cutting facilities, we don't really have anything. Ironically, Hanover is the closest we get, but that's not going to do us any good, so I'm actually going to pass. As long as we get the granary, we're good. That's all I care about. That is really all I care about at this point, so... We got Commies. We can do Villainous some other time. In fact, that can provide us with our whatever lumber we want. If I can get one more train from over here over to Commies, that'd be great. Actually... I have a thought now. Positive still needs to... You know what? Guess what? You're going to Commies now. Congratulations. You have a new destination. So that train will now turn around and head towards Commies. I think the granary in Lotus just has too much stuff in it. Rather than get a new train, we'll just have our old train, one of our previous trains, supply what we need. That way we're not spending money on another train and then worrying about friggin' supply issues here. So let's continue as far north as we can. Riga is the gold. I actually would like a new passenger rail between Warsaw and heading north. We can do an electric one too, not for nothing. You know what? Let's wait till we get to St. Petersburg. I don't want to waste any more money. Let's just focus on getting to St. Petersburg first, and then we'll worry about that when we get to it. Yeah, St. Petersburg, then Moscow. That'll be kind of our strategy here. You are paying out a dividend, so I would hold off on that. Inevitably, we'll buy stocks that are paying dividends first. That way, we can get more money. But I'm gonna keep my eye on this too. We're getting very close to breaking even, as you can see. We've got a lot of purchasing power, but I'm not willing to go too far into debt here. Oh dear. Speaking of debt, how the hell did that happen? That was quick. How much would it cost to get... Won't even let me see how much it gets into there. Okay, that's cool. And you can see what the market does right there, so you can look at those prices. Okay.